So in the today's class, we will study the overall heat transfer coefficient for the plane slab. So this is the plane slab with the thickness L. So in this plane slab, the heat transfer occurs from the hot fluid which is maintained at temperature Ti to the left surface of the slab by convection with convective heat transfer coefficient Hi. Then from here to here conduction heat transfer takes place. Then again from right surface of the slab heat transfer occurs by convection to the ambient air which is maintained at temperature T0 with convective heat transfer coefficient H0. So already we have written the equation for overall heat transfer coefficient for the plane slab in the first module, where overall heat transfer coefficient U is given by 1 divided by A into sigma of thermal resistance. So here the thermal resistances are in series. From here to here convective thermal resistance takes place, convective heat transfer takes place. From here to here conduction heat transfer takes place. From here to here again convective heat transfer takes place. That means the thermal resistances are in series in this condition here. So note that for a plane slab the thermal resistance, note that the thermal resistance for the plane slab is given by L divided by K into A, whereas convective thermal resistance is given by 1 divided by H into A, where A is the area of heat transfer perpendicular to the direction of heat transfer, and this sigma of thermal resistance is the addition of all the thermal resistances, that is convective thermal resistance plus conduction thermal resistance plus convective thermal resistance. So let us write the overall heat transfer coefficient. So 1 divided by A. So now let me write all the thermal resistances, that is sigma thermal resistance. 1 divided by Hi into A plus L divided by K into A plus 1 divided by H0 into A. So if I will take A as common, then my overall heat transfer coefficient will be 1 divided by, if I will take A as common, A gets cancels. So my final expression will be 1 divided by Hi plus L divided by K plus 1 divided by H0. So this is my final expression for the overall heat transfer coefficient for the plane slab. Now, if the thermal resistance of the wall is neglected as compared to the other thermal resistance, then my final expression will be 1 divided by Hi plus 1 divided by H0, when the thermal resistance of the wall is neglected as compared to the other thermal resistances, with unit watt per meter square degree centigrade. So now we will study the overall heat transfer coefficient for the cylindrical wall. So this is the inner surface of the cylinder, whereas this is the outer surface of the cylinder. So let me draw a simple, this is the cylinder. So here the heat transfer occurs from the hot fluid which is maintained at temperature Ti to the inner surface of the cylinder by convection with convective heat transfer coefficient Hi. Then from here to here, again conduction heat transfer takes place. Then again from outer surface of the cylinder, heat transfer occurs by convection to the ambient air, which is maintained at temperature T naught with convective heat transfer coefficient H naught, where here Ri is the radius of the inner cylinder, where R naught is the radius of the outer cylinder. So in the plane slab, where area A was constant with x, but in the case of cylindrical system, the area A normal to the direction of heat flow, that is 2 pi RL, whereas A for the cylindrical system, that is surface area of the cylinder, is given by A is equals to 2 pi RL. This area A, it clearly varies with R. As the radius changes, the surface area of the cylinder goes on changing. Therefore, while dealing with the cylindrical systems, we have to specify as to which area this overall heat transfer coefficient U is based. Whether it is based, that overall heat transfer coefficient is based on inside area of the cylinder, or whether this overall heat transfer coefficient is based on outer area of the cylinder. So let me write this overall heat transfer coefficient. General equation, the overall heat transfer coefficient is 1 divided by A into sigma of thermal resistance, or I can write this equation as U into A is equals to 1 divided by sigma of thermal resistance. Now, if we want to write the overall heat transfer coefficient for both the inside area of the cylinder and the outside area of the cylinder, so how we will write this equation, where U naught into A naught is equals to 1 divided by sigma of thermal resistance. So this is the overall heat transfer coefficient based on the outer area of the cylinder. So if we want to write the overall heat transfer coefficient based on the inner area, inside surface area of the cylinder, where it is given by Ui into Ai is equals to 1 divided by sigma of thermal resistance, where A naught is equals to 2 pi R naught into L, whereas AI is given by 2 pi Ri into L. That means surface area of the outer cylinder, where AI indicates surface area of the inner cylinder. So let me write. So here also the resistances are in series. From here to here, convection heat transfer takes place. From here to here, conduction heat transfer takes place. From here to here, again convective heat transfer takes place. So here also the thermal resistances are in series. So if we want to write the overall heat transfer coefficient for the outside area, so here also note that for the cylindrical wall, the conduction thermal resistance, note that for the cylindrical wall, the thermal conduction resistance is given by log to the base E R naught upon Ri divided by 2 pi KL, whereas convective resistance is given by 1 divided by H into A. So if we want to write for the overall heat transfer coefficient based on the outside surface area, where U naught, I can write it in this form 1 divided by A naught into sigma of thermal resistance, where U naught is equals to 1 divided by A naught. So let me write the convective thermal resistance first from here to here. So convective thermal resistance is given by 1 divided by Hi into Ai plus log to the base E R naught by Ri divided by 2 pi KL plus 1 divided by H naught into A naught. Where U naught is equals to 1 divided by, so A naught divided by Ai, where A naught is given by 2 pi R naught L, where Ai is given by 2 pi Ri into L. If I take A naught divided by Ai, this 2 pi L gets cancels. The only term remains is R naught divided by Ri. So I will write here 1 divided by Hi into R naught divided by Ri plus, so here in the denominator 2 pi KL is there. So in the numerator A naught, that is 2 pi R naught L. So again 2 pi L gets cancels. So here log to the base E R naught divided by Ri. So here the terms remaining will be R naught divided by K plus A naught gets cancels. So this will be 1 divided by H naught. So this is my final expression for the overall heat transfer coefficient based on the outer surface area of the cylinder. So now let us write the overall heat transfer coefficient for the inner surface of the cylinder. Inner surface of the cylinder. Inner surface of the cylinder, it is given by Ui is equals to 1 divided by Ai into sigma of thermal resistance, where Ui is equals to 1 divided by Ai. So let me write all the thermal resistances here. 1 divided by Hi into Ai plus log to the base E R naught by Ri divided by 2 pi KL plus 1 divided by H naught into A naught. So where Ui is equals to 1 divided by Ai gets cancels. So my term will be 1 divided by Hi plus, so in the numerator it is Ai, where Ai is given by 2 pi Ri into L, where 2 pi L gets cancels. So my terms will be remaining log to the base E R naught by Ri. So here Ri divided by K plus 1 divided by H naught, Ai divided by A naught. So this will be Ri divided by R naught. So this is my final expression for the overall heat transfer coefficient based on the inner surface of the cylinder.